Hello, hello, hello. So excited to be back here with you all on day 2 of the Soul Alive Woman series. This has been so near and dear to my heart because my mission in life, my soul purpose, is to help other people live into their greatest parts of themselves, to step into their soul purpose, to create the mindset, align the energy so they can have these fabulous lives. So that is my goal. Say hello if you're on screen. I never know when this starts broadcasting live. So today we have a pretty exciting day. And let me just recap. Yesterday, we had gone through the 3 various states most women live their life from. So they live their life from soul alive, or they live from soul searching, or they live from soul disconnect. And that you don't live your whole life from only one of these areas, that in certain aspects of your life, you might be soul alive, or you might be soul disconnect, or you might be soul searching. So we asked you to look for that. And then we also asked you to write down a couple of your limiting beliefs. And it's going to play into the work that we do today. So I'm super excited about you having a couple of your limiting beliefs. And I wanted to introduce to you some of the support that is available to you this week. I am so committed to making this one of the most powerful, impactful weeks for you to really step into your life in a way that brings you joy and happiness and opens up something that you might have felt stuck around or not fulfilled by. And so I have asked the coaches that work for me if they would show up for you this week to give you the best experience and to help support you on your journey. So today we have in the group several of the coaches, actually most of the coaches, that are here to support you all week. And the coaches' names are Laura, Melissa, Ina, Christine, Heather, and Linda, and they are all at your disposal for this week. So if you have challenges or you want some clarification or something came up for you, feel free to reach out and DM them. Some of you have already been DMing them, which is great. And if you are not a big DM user, you can always feel free to post your email in the chat um, and ask them to connect with you via email. And for those of you that will be reviewing this later, you can either reply to me and give me your email and I'll send it on to a coach. So you have your personal coach walking with you all during this week, helping you to shift or change and giving you support during this process. So today we are going to talk about the energy awareness matrix. And the energy awareness matrix came out of the work that we have been doing with hundreds and thousands of women around the world, looking at how do they most empower themselves to live a life that fulfills them, that brings them joy, that creates greater levels of happiness, and that creates movement to what they really desire in this life. And there were 10 states of being, 10 ways in which our energy aligns to help really support us. And these 10 ways were the most common ways that women were having blocks. They were stuck. They weren't aligned to really being able to appreciate and get support from these energy awareness fields. And so our goal today is for you to be able to assess yourself. And then based on your assessment, you're going to put what area that you're going to work on today in the meditation that we do. So we will be doing some energy healing and clearing. And along those lines, for homework last night, we asked you to put a couple of your limiting beliefs around why you're not living into the life the way you wanted to in the area that you selected. So take a moment now and put in the chat the area that you selected and maybe a couple of the limiting beliefs that are holding you back. Because these beliefs might be showing up on the energy awareness matrix as well. So it's really great. Hello, hello, hello. It's so nice to see everyone join. I love it. It's always such an empowered and loving community when we reach out and do these programs, because that's where we come from as coaches. This is our passion. This is our work that we want to do in the world, that we want to support you with. So that's what we wrap you in this week. So feel free to put the area of life and then what is the limiting belief for you. I'll share with you the story of this woman who I met a few years ago and since then has become a really treasured client. She's absolutely lovely, had a very powerful career, and was very committed to her own personal development. She was a mother, a sister, a daughter, a VP at the company that she worked at. She was the sole breadwinner for her family. So she had a lot on her plate, but she was committed to always upping her game. And when I asked her about it, she said, well, I want it for my children. I want them to have the best experience of me that they can have, which I absolutely loved. And what we noticed and her issue was that she wasn't making the progress that she felt like she should be making based on all the time and energy she was putting into personally developing aspects of her life. So she took leadership courses, she took motherhood courses, she just took all these different kinds of development programs. The biggest challenge for her was that these were all one-off programs. So she would go, she'd feel really great, and after a few weeks, she wasn't able to sustain them. And one of the things that we've learned is that it's so important to have a system as well as a community to make major transformation in your life. And that's why we're wrapping you around this week in a community that can really support you. So that said, let's start engaging in the energy awareness matrix. Okay, and I'm just looking quickly on the side. I see a lot of career and business and finance. People are saying they need more clarity. They're not getting enough. Spiritual purpose. I love that. I'm not doing enough. I should be doing something more important. Love it. So these are really fabulous, fabulous. So what I want to do is show you, let me just put it up, the energy awareness matrix, and let's launch into the work. So I'm going to take myself off so that hopefully this will show up. All right. I guess one of my coaches said I am on mute if I share if I take myself out of the scene. So I will take the time to read some of these to you. So the first three, and you have this in your homework, in your handout for today's call. The first three are abundance, alignment, and confidence. These are three energy states of being That if you're in the expansive state, you have a lot of energy flowing from the universe to help you create abundance in your life, align to the things that you want, and feel confident in being able to gain what it is that you are choosing. So let's go down to the next three. Let's see if I can. Interesting. I'm trying to, so for those who know me well, what you know about me is I am not that technical. Oh, here we go. Yay. So I hope that you get to see that abundance on the left, the limiting mindset, is one around scarcity, that there's not enough, that you can't have more than you get. And an empowering mindset is I am grateful. I know there's a lot. I know I can have more. And that abundance just flows to me. So if you have this matrix in front of you, just X where you live. Like, are you in the 0, 50, or 100%? If you're doing it, just write down the word, and beside it, write down the number. And then we have alignment. And alignment is if you're not feeling fulfilled in your life, or you're not feeling like you're in everything in the way that you want to be. And then you have it where everything is aligned to doing what you love to do, to having what you want to have. Confidence, same thing. It's this idea that you get to step into and have whatever you're choosing to have. All right, let's see if I can move down to the other ones on this. All right, I'm not sure how to move this down. So what I would ask you to do is, let me just pull it up and speak into the other ones, because I'm not sure how I can slide this down for you on the screen. So confidence is the idea of you're doubting what's available for you. You avoid putting yourself out there. You're afraid to make changes. But if you're at 100%, you embrace your capabilities, you share your gifts openly, and you go after things even when you don't quite know how it's going to work out for you. But you go for it.